My name's Erica. I started working at Lockdown in August of 2019. Lockdown is an escape room. Basically what an escape room is people come in, go through a whole bunch of puzzles, we give them clues, and eventually they either escape or they don't. I was a game master, which means I managed the rooms, all of them, made sure that everything was running properly, walked in, gave customers clues, made sure that they were on the right track to be able to escape within the time limit. I loved my job. It was really fun. All of my other coworkers were around my same age, and dealing with customers is one of my favorite things. I like dealing with people. They're very friendly sometimes. I think I would say I was a people person. I enjoy making people happy. I like seeing them happy. Always having a smile on their face. During the time that I was employed at Lockdown, I would say that I was very happy. Yeah, I do remember the first time I heard about COVID-19. I remember hearing that it was super scary and that it started in Wuhan. When I first heard about the virus, I didn't think that it was going to turn into this huge thing. To be honest, I thought it was just a common cold, and people were just over-exaggerating. When I first heard about my job closing down to COVID-19, I was a little scared because it was just turning into this huge, impossible thing, and that I couldn't stop. I did feel powerless against COVID-19. It was out of my control. I wasn't able to do anything. I was very close with all of my coworkers. We were all around the same age, so we grew very close over the time that I was working there. I consider them all really close friends. Their reactions to COVID-19 were upset, like they were hurt, like that they were going to lose their jobs. One of my friends was pregnant at the time, so she was afraid that she would have her baby and her baby would get automatically sick, because obviously when you have to have a baby, you have to go to the hospital, right? Everybody was just very scared and terrified. When my work did close down due to COVID-19, I was very scared. I felt like I wasn't going to survive, that I would have to give up everything, sell all my stuff just to be able to put food on my table and be able to survive. So when my job did close down, at that time I had no savings. I was getting paid one more time by Lockdown, so it felt like I was going under. I had no money to speak of. I had to support me and another person at the same time, and it was really scary. I didn't think that I was going to be able to survive. I thought I was going to maybe end up homeless. In the beginning, there was talk of the government possibly giving out money to people who had made over $5,000 in the last year. With me being at Lockdown, my job was only part-time, and I was a little scared that I didn't make over that bracket. I felt like the government wasn't really going to support me if I didn't make over that bracket. I felt as though I wasn't going to be able to be supported by the government, because I was also not qualified for EI because I didn't have enough hours. I would say that I felt left alone, or pushed past by the government, in another word. At that time, I was staying afloat by CERB. I also was in a toxic household. I was just sinking deeper and deeper into a depression, which I feel like everybody did during lockdown, and I felt extremely alone. I did try finding a job during lockdown, but a whole bunch of people weren't hiring because most businesses were closed down. I applied to many grocery stores, like essentials, but because of the outbreak and everything like that, everybody wanted to keep their work bubble small. And eventually I did just stop. Eventually, after some time, I did decide to move back in with my mom. It made me feel a little defeated. Like I kind of wasn't an adult anymore. Having to move back in with your mom when you're almost 21, it makes you feel like you're a child and that you need support and you're not independent. I feel as though that money was probably my biggest problem when moving in with my mom. Around the time that I moved in with my mother, CERB was ending and I needed to start finding a job. But again, lockdown and everything like that, it was hard to find another job. And again, I had to rely on my mom to find a job as well, which was hard. So recently I have found some new employment. I did find it online. It's a serving job and it's pretty far away, so it's really hard to get to, but you gotta take what you get and not complain. Working during COVID is extremely difficult. My work specifically has a very strong disinfectant cleaner that you have to wear gloves to even clean anything with, or else you'll burn yourself. And just having that fear that some of the people who are staying in my hotel that have COVID, and it's a small bubble, right? You're in contact with so many people even though it's just one building. So that fear that somebody could have COVID and then it has already spread and you have been contaminated or exposed already is scary. Not being able to be face to face, actually being able to smile at people is hard, because being in the customer service industry, your smile is the way that you express how you feel and how you be friendly towards your customers. For me specifically, I feel if COVID-19 never happened, my life would be drastically different. I'd still be at lockdown, which would be good, but being in the south end of the city and being in my old toxic household, it was not healthy for me. So in a way, COVID-19 actually helped me go through these hardships just to get somewhere where I want to be now. And I am thankful to it, to be honest. I know a lot of people aren't, but I have learned a lot in the past year and a half, 2 years, because it taught me how to become a better person and how I can rely on others instead of just myself, and being able to actually love somebody again is really nice. I think that things that I have dealt with COVID-19 have made me stronger in a way, because it taught me things. Like, other people may have different opinions, but I feel as though like this was meant to be. This was meant to happen. And it taught me to be stronger. It taught me that there's more than just myself. There's more than just my little bubble, right? Like, if I expand and open my heart to other people, I'm able to let other people in and not just keep myself closed off. And that really happened during the first lockdown when I was extremely depressed. And I learned that I can't be alone. Like, it's not good for anybody to be alone, so I just opened my little circle.